Hi, I'm Ryan Curtis. I'm sorry I can't be with you in person today, but I thought I'd bring you into my class here at the University of Maryland. This is my classroom where I teach the lecture section of Introductory Psychology. Now, lucky for me, there's not just a lecture section, but also a discussion section. And in those discussion sections, that's where we do the Study Smart activities that we've been telling you about today. Let me take you into one of those discussion sections and tell you about the structure and how the actual Study Smart activity works.
Each discussion section is 50 minutes long and is led by a TA. During the discussion section, the students will get into 5 different groups. Each group is given a separate question to answer. These are questions that might be like the questions they will see on the exam. They will then answer the questions both individually and as a group. Once they're done answering the questions, they will then report to the rest of the class about their answers. Let's go through each one of these steps one by one. As students first come in, they pick up a card and a piece of paper. The piece of paper has the questions that they will be answering today. The card is to put them into their different discussion groups. Each card has a number, 1 through 5, for their discussion groups and a letter. We'll tell you about the letter later on. As they sit in their groups, they then click in as well so that the TA can monitor how big each group is. After the students are in their groups, they first answer a review clicker question. These are one or more quick clicker questions that are just meant to get the students thinking about the material and also to motivate them to come to class on time. These clicker questions take about 5 minutes. After the clicker question, the students begin to work individually on their Study Smart question. Now, if you remember, there were 5 different groups and 5 different Study Smart questions. Each group has a different Study Smart question. The questions might look something like this. The student is allowed to use any resource to answer the question. They have about 5 minutes to complete this individually. After the students work on their question individually, they get with their group to answer the question together. They discuss their answers and try to come to a conclusion as to what the best answer would be. They can use any resource they want, and this process takes about 10 minutes.
Like you are attributing to their behavior. Yeah.
It's more so their internal factors.
During this time, the TA also goes around and answers any questions they may have about the question that they're answering. After the groups work together on the question, the TA actually draws a letter, and the person who has that letter is the one responsible for reporting on the answer to the question to the whole class. Since each member of the group has an equal chance of being chosen to report, each one is responsible for understanding the content of the question and being ready to answer it.
The ones who held the pen with their teeth.
Each group has 5 minutes to answer the question, and for the TA to ask any follow-up questions that she may have about their answer. Also, other students can ask questions about the answer and any other content piece associated with it. After the presentations, there are some follow-up clicker questions, and the TA can take some time to answer any items that may have come up. And that concludes the discussion section. Thank you.